Look out at the jungle. The sun hasn't even fully clawed its way over the horizon, yet the tribe is already as noisy as a troop of monkeys who found a ripe banana grove. The wind carries a frantic whisper from downstream. A massive school of silver fish is splashing through the shallows. Young hunters, barely awake, scramble for their spears and sprint out of the cave, forgetting even to fasten their loincloths. They are terrified. Not of the saber-toothed tigers, but of the ultimate horror, the thought of their neighbor roasting fat fish tonight while they are left chewing on dry roots. Leo stands there, gripping his spear, sweat beading on his forehead. Every instinct screams at him to run with the herd. But just as his heel lifts, Leo's eyes drop to the damp morning mud. The crowd is stomping everywhere, erasing every clue. An experienced hunter never runs toward the screaming. He follows the footprints pressed deep into the earth. Amidst the storm of greed, Leo steps back, choosing to hide behind a massive boulder. He knows that when a noisy crowd rushes to the stream, what usually awaits them isn't a feast of fish, but the gaping maws of the river crocodiles. Our tribe has a sacred cliff face. Every day, the ghosts of the beasts that pass by are etched onto it with streaks of red blood and smudges of green charcoal. The foolish hunters only look to see if the green smudge is soaring toward the sky or if the red one is crashing into the dirt. But Leo is different. He doesn't just look at the cliff, he looks at the depth of the footprints in the soil beneath it. The cliff represents the price, but the tracks left behind are the true power of the flow. A rabbit, no matter how high it jumps, leaves only faint, dusting marks that the wind blows away in a heartbeat. But when a mammoth passes through, the earth shudders, and its footprints sink so deep that rainwater gathers in the craters. The sharks of the deep sea and the mammoths of the thick forest are the same. They are too massive to hide their presence. When they move a mountain of bananas into the market, they are forced to leave massive footprints. Leo's mission isn't to guess where the mammoth is going, but to find the deepest mud to know exactly which canyon they just rumbled through. But the jungle is never a place for the naive. The sharks and the fat chiefs are cunning. They know the scavengers are always lurking, trying to hitch a ride. So they set traps. Imagine this. The predators intentionally stomp a few massive footprints, leading straight toward a cave glowing with the promise of golden bananas. The young hunters see this, their eyes bulge, and they howl to one another as they charge into the darkness without checking if the ground is soft or stone-cold hard. This is the liquidity lure, the fake breaks in the cliff wall designed to drain the sweat and tears of the impatient. Leo once nearly lost his life to such a trick. He remembers the day he trusted a green charcoal line that streaked toward the summit, only to look down and see footprints so shallow they barely disturbed the dust. That wasn't a mammoth, that was just a weasel tied into a mammoth's skin. So how does Leo survive and bring the bananas home to his family? The secret lies in a sickening level of patience. When the earth trembles, Leo doesn't pounce. He hides deeper in the brush. Survival, rule number 1. Let the mammoth go first and clear out the hidden predators blocking the path. Leo waits for the first footprint to shatter the hard crust of the earth. He breathes slowly, waiting for the second footprint to retreat slightly, testing the ground's firmness. And only when the third footprint slams down, confirming that the herd has truly crushed all resistance, does Leo light-footedly step into the very crater the mammoth's foot just vacated. He doesn't lead the charge to take the hits. He clings to the massive tail of the big money. The sharks part the waters, and Leo casually scoops up the silver fish tossed to the banks. No wasted breath, no broken bones, just the logic of a master scavenger. By combining the drawings on the sacred cliff with the depth of the mud, Leo smells blood before the wolves even bare their teeth. Now the cave is silent once more. The loud hunters from the morning have returned, looking pathetic with broken spears, torn loincloths, and empty baskets. They bicker amongst themselves, wondering why the beast suddenly turned its head and charged back. Meanwhile, in the darkest corner of the cave, Leo calmly chews on a perfectly ripe banana, a string of smoked fish hanging beside him. The lesson here is simple, yet as hard to swallow as dry bark. You never glue your eyes to where the beast is standing. Look at the weight it leaves on the ground. The cliff wall can lie, but a deep footprint cannot. If you don't want to become dinner for the bears or a laughingstock for the fat chief, learn to stand still when the wind blows the wrong way. And if you want to survive this harsh winter, carve your mark on the registration stone below. Next time, we'll roast a concept even spicier than this one. Now go sharpen your spear.